Wait, sorry, pause. Oh, sorry, pause. I made a mistake. Improvers, go ahead on out. If you filled out one of these purple sheets that I'm holding right here, that I totally forgot to announce, for the suggestions, please wave those frantically in the air, and our underground sailboat improvers will collect them very quickly, so that we can get some of your suggestions for our improv game. So we will give that just a few minutes. Improv suggestions. How we doing, improvers? We got them? Any last one? Anyone else have one? Shout it out. No? Yes? No? Okay, enjoy the show!
Good evening and welcome to Weekend Updates. I'm Philo Habib.
And I'm Regan Wiseman. Now diving into our first story tonight, we have a brief recap of Homecoming.
This year's theme was Under the Sea, which is basically accurate, taking into account that many parts of Waverly's roof still leak after 5 years of renovations.
And the fishy smell coming from the West Gym bathroom.
Actually, they've been working on that. It smells like cool mint and mango now.
I have noticed that. Aside from this year's theme at the Grind Mill party, students also participated in Spirit Week.
On Monday, students whipped out their hydro flasks and puka shell necklaces to transform into disco girls for the day.
And I oop. Philo, where is your hydro flask? This is not a real hydro flask.
Sorry, I didn't want to spend $55 on a water bottle.
A hydro flask is not just any water bottle. You know what? Whatever. Next was Taurus Tuesday.
All right, guys, game plan. This is our one chance to get as far from Waverly as possible.
Wednesday was Generation Day. Students dressed like a senior or a baby.
Now, it wasn't too hard for the freshmen to dress like babies.
Next was Throwback Thursday. Students kicked it back all the way to the 80s.
Ah, the good old days.
And finally, the week was finished off with Frat Boy Friday. Administration had to make it very clear that the students were not allowed to throw a kegger.
Now, of course, as we all know, Friday night was the homecoming game. Congrats for winning. What a nice surprise.
Additionally, Ryan Reeder and Laura Hoffman were crowned as this year's homecoming royalty.
Better than the chump that actually won king.
What a power couple. I can't wait for a wedding in our very own WHS Learning Garden.
Hey, yo, Reader, can I be your best man? No? Okay.
Before we continue with our evening report, we take a moment to honor the fallen.
The purpose of this segment is to honor and remember the heroes of Waverly High School that have perished in the fight and rise to power. These people have made the ultimate sacrifice so that we could learn and live by the district essentials and the commitment to excellence.
The first to fall was Brian Daniel. Daniel served Additionally, Mr. Daniel received the Nebraska Assistant Principal of the Year Award in 2012. We will miss the many times he used to say happy birthday at lunch and his substandard but wholehearted attempts to stop illegal chocolate sales.
Next is Ryan Rickenbach. 5 whole months. Find your grind, just find your grind.
After Rickenbach found his grind in the middle of December last year, Waverly was left without a fearless leader to lead us to victory. Then, from the perilous storm, emerged the loving and faithful David Newsom.
Courage and willingness to take on such a challenging position in such a weird school. You have a place in everyone's heart.
Here for such a short time. What a shame.
Now it's time for the significantly less important honorable mentions.
Of course, as we all know, the beginning of the student school year is typically treated by a round of class meetings with administration.
This year, however, things took an interesting turn.
During the junior-senior class meeting, Dr. Myers briefly mentioned Waverly's lack of a very basic and necessary amenity, urinal dividers.
Now, many students are asking, who in their right mind designs this school, or any school for that matter, without urinal dividers? Like, what goes through someone's head to purposefully omit that kind of thing? Like, I need you to think with me. What happens when Timmy decides he's claustrophobic, needs to stand 7 feet away from the urinal to, tinkle, take a leak, empty the bucket?
In other news, the district embarked on another wonderful construction renovation. This year, the school dramatically changed the landscape of the high school by tearing up the entrance and shifting it a whopping 2.5 inches to the right.
Now, of course, we all know this was done to align the high school entrance drive to the new road that's being built, which is currently far from finished and leads into a patch of nothingness.
We interrupt our scheduled programming to announce some very sad news.
Yes, something very dear to our hearts lost its life this summer. Originally known as A&P, and then PLP, and then finally Advisory, was executed by the central powers of this organization.
When am I going to catch my fix? I am beaming right now, and I need to hotbox the trap room and hot 1000.
Well, Regan, luckily we now have 4-minute passing periods, which gives us a whole extra minute to puff in the lab.
Not so fast. The band room bathrooms are now locked in order to prevent such behavior.
Of course, because we need to be worried about the savage, reckless, and immoral band kids from giving Waverly a bad rap.
So I can't even walk to the main commons bathrooms to, puff?
No, sillies. That is still allowed.
I think we should spend some time getting to know this year's changes with administration in order to understand them. Here to introduce to us Jedediah Gibbons, the new assistant principal for this year, and last year's new assistant principal, Dr. Myers.
Welcome to the show, Dr. Myers. Jedediah.
It's just fantastic to be here once again.
So to get started, could you tell us a little bit about yourself, Jedediah?
Well, certainly, but my name is just Jed, and then just Jed, J-E-D Gibbons, and I used to teach at Elkhorn South.
Wait. I thought you used to teach at Elkhorn South.
Yes, that is correct.
Both from Elkhorn South? Sounds like an invasion of me,
Take
huh?
over.
Well, I do have to say Dr. Myers did put in a good word for me when I applied for this position.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. That's why they hired you. That worked out pretty nicely. She kind of left you a little throne to fill.
Well, it's just Jed, and I can be more thankful to Dr. Myers.
Many people have commented on your swift rise to power at Waverly High School, saying that this was your intention all along. Do you have anything to say in response, Dr. Myers?
No. Wait, so you mean I don't get a promotion at the end of the year? I thought this was just some sort of rotating deal.
Okay, Jedediah, pipe down.
It's just Jed, and I don't even know why I'm here anymore, but I'll get hurt on eventually.
You're training for the answer to this next question. As we all know, advisory went bye-bye, and was replaced by a so-called after hours. Can you explain this?
Yes, After Hours is a new program that is replacing many aspects of A&P. Or is it PLP? Advisory? Yeah, so kids can come in and make up work and such after school.
So it's like an extension of the school day.
Exactly. We figured if kids were to slack, we might as well slack in the library after school under the supervision of Prof. Tiffany.
Well, Jedediah, if it's after school, how will students be incentivized to, attend after hours?
Well, you see, if a student is assigned after hours, they're forced to come. They have no other option.
Well, what if a student decides to skip after hours?
At that point, the student will be assigned another after hours. Now the student will be required to come to after hours, and of course, after hours.
Interesting take. Okay, well, thank you so much to our administration for answering our questions. Very dynamic duo.
So sweet.
Nice to meet you, Jedediah.
In other news, Waverly High School went up in flames during the first full week of school.
That's right, or at least that's what students thought was happening.
This horrible confusion comes after a mistake fire sensor that was met for the following day's fire drill was triggered, setting students into a nervous frenzy.
Students ran outside to be greeted by every single one of those 110 degrees, probably wishing to be in the burning building instead.
False alarm though, the school is okay. Maybe next time, kids. Maybe next time.
Here to speak to us about the splendor and, of course, many more that we've been having is our beloved community correspondent, Krusty Carl. Welcome to the show, Krusty.
Glad to be here, Poppy. I was expecting homecoming to be next week, but I guess those millennials like to change.
Well, how have you been over the last year?
Turned 95 and still going strong.
So, Carl, I'm sure you heard about the fire drill we had. Students had to stand outside in the boiling heat for over 30 minutes.
Finally, these privileged kids got to experience the non-air-conditioned lifestyle that I went through. These privileged cold kids.
Well, Carl, this year they got rid of A&P or advisory. How do you feel about that?
I actually miss and whatever. I had a little conflict I always enjoyed.
So with A&P gone, they added after hours. These are times after school where students can get help from their teachers or their peers.
That ain't after hours. After hours is when you do a jig in the hay in the barn with your significant other.
Well, Carl, as I'm sure you saw as you drove up, Waverly actually got a construction project done in one summer.
Oh, good for them. They tore apart a road and put it together. When I was a kid, I hoed 3 fields every morning and I hoed every night. Didn't even use a horse. Too needy.
So anyways, I'm sure you heard that the senior class picked 80s as their senior picture day theme. How do you feel about that one?
I used to love the 80s. I was always the star of the dance floor. It's when I finally learned I loved the limelight.
All right, well, what about the school proposal we had? You know, hashtag becoming the readers?
Let me tell you about the time I proposed to my wife in high school. It was almost as hot as that fire drill.
All right. So, Carl, turning 95. You're really getting up there.
Yes, that's another reason why I'm here. This is the last year I'll be on Weekend Update.
Oh, shucks!
Oh, that's so sad. We're going to miss you so much.
I know. You guys, you can release the tears. It's all right. But the way I see it is, I've been rolling in these Social Security checks for a while now, and I chose to go into retirement.
Well, Krusty, how will you be spending your time in retirement?
I'm moving to Fiji, baby.
Oh, wait. What?
Yeah, bought my ticket for Monday morning. I am headed out. I'm getting out of this darn town, and I think I'm gonna farm coconuts.
Alrighty. Well, I think that's all the time we have. Thank you for joining us, Carl.
No, thank you. You can have them.
To close tonight's programming, we take a closer look at the new after-hours initiative started by administration this year.
Before the show, we rigged the library with hidden cameras in order to get a better idea of what actually occurs at after hours.
What we're about to see may come as a shock to many, or perhaps it was entirely expected.
Regardless of how you may feel, it is important to analyze the necessity of such a life-changing program like this one.
Your discretion is advised. Without further ado, tonight on After Hours.
Welcome to After Hours.
Wait, what is after hours?
Oh, Checkers. What is After Hours, you may ask? Well, I have an answer to your question. After Hours could be seen as an event.
Oh, what type of event? I love events.
Oh, you won't like this event. After Hours is more than an event. After Hours is the ultimate punishment event.
I don't like punishment.
Oh, Pete, you don't understand the half of it. As all of my fellow students are aware, we are once again under the foot of our red-headed dictator in the form of After Hours, which is where the fellow faculty members will force a hard-working student, as myself, to stay after the school hours, also known as like a prison. So teachers give excuses like, "What are you doing? Get back to class. Do your homework. No, you can't go to the bathroom. Do you want after hours?" Like, it's not that I want to go to the bathroom. It's that I kind of need to.
We come here ready to learn, and in turn, we get forced by our tyrannical rulers to stay after the school hours and commit even more of our precious time to dumb, stupid, mind-numbing, dumb school. Wyatt, what got you locked up in after hours?
Well, you see, I was caught vaping in the band room bathroom.
You're the reason the band room bathrooms got locked. Whoa. You're telling me again, someone hold me back.
Chill out. Why are you in after hours?
I was the one who was caught doing his homework on the band scaffolding at midnight last week. It's some sort of liability. I can land on my feet.
A liability? That just sounds like another excuse for teachers to get students in trouble for doing their homework. Now, I believe we still do have one unanswered question here.
Why are you in after hours?
I'm the one who triggered fire alarm. Americans. Fire! Tobie hrozně smrdí zuby. A Wesley, ty máš tak masný vlasy. A Fio, teď už do prdel.
I mean, sounds about right. Fair enough.
You know, guys, you may not be so horrible and bad after all. You guys are kind of unholy bros right now. You know, I mean, maybe we could be friends. We could even call it something. How about, like, after hours gang?
Is this a bad joke?
Oh, sorry. Not that type of gang. We're just...
I'm calling District 145 Deputy Resource Officer Amanda Manning from investing these crimes.
Hey, Jedediah, I know this is your scene and all, but like, I was
And you went to home. Get it out. I'm tired of it. My name is Jed, like Ted, but with the J, or like Dead, but with the J. And I'm so sick and tired of you coming around and telling me how to run my school.
There. You think that just because you've been here for a month means that this is already your school? Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm not going anywhere.
You mind? All right, guys, I want a clean and fair fight. No wiggle.
I don't know if I can do that job anymore. I'm applying to be the new vice principal at Waverly. I heard there's an opening.
Waverly's finally gonna get urinal the Myers!
Yeah!
I'm here.